It's the other side. Got done doing the other side here and dried it. Looks pretty good. So let's uncover this and see what fatal mistakes we made. And I can fix. Lovely. Okay, we got. That's good. I wanted it to happen, so to show you how to fix it. So when you get out your alcohol, again, Q-tips, dampen it, and slowly rub it off. And that'll take care of it. Big mess I made.
David Jacobson is a former Chicago lawyer and a close associate of Barack Obama. He's also a hockey fan. James Cudmore has the story.
From the vice-regal ceremony with Governor General Michael Jean.
Welcome to
Canada. So you use the airbrush, it wouldn't have happened.
With Prime Minister Stephen Harper. We're delighted to have you in Ottawa and hope you
but I didn't want to.
Jacobson has had quite a day. Jacobson is the new U.S. ambassador to Canada.
If you don't get it all, you just tap it off with some black and no one will know the difference.
I am looking forward to traveling around the country, meeting the Canadian people, and building on a relationship that is probably unique in the world. Jacobson is from Chicago and is a close associate of Barack Obama. Jacobson's last job was in the White House, where he helped the president make appointments to jobs like the one he has now. Jacobson says his first priority is trade, and the #1 irritant there is the U.S. Buy American policy that prevents Canadian companies from bidding on some U.S. state and municipal government contracts. And hopefully we can move this forward in a way that's beneficial to both countries. But before he gets down to business, Jacobson says he wants to travel the country and meet folks. James Cudmore, CBC News, Ottawa.
And that's CBC News. We stream live and podcast at cbcnews.ca.
Chance of a shower will continue.
Probably gonna do graffiti over it anyway.
With a low around 11. Some light showers off and on tomorrow with a high around 14. Still cloudy Sunday, 40%.
We can fix that in 100 different ways
high around 15.
as we go on.
A bit nicer Monday, a mix of
that one's bleeding too.
18, cloudy Tuesday, high of 18 degrees as well.
That's what happens.
You're listening to CBC Radio 1, 1550 AM.
A little bit of rubbing alcohol takes all the bleed over right off.
Hello and welcome to the current review on CBC Radio 1 and Sirius Satellite Radio 137. I'm Jan Wong. Coming up, how life changed for Luda Chung.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this up and save some tape. Okay, the next step is gonna be, I'm using cinnamon brown acrylic, dollar store acrylic paint, and white dollar store acrylic paint. Put some white on. This is for the decal, or no, sorry, just a little dab of brown because we're gonna mix the color. See how that works. Rubbing alcohol. Couple drops. And mix it up. See how it looks. A little bit more. Okay, when you go to paint this on the car, on the graffiti, to make the graffiti, you want it a little creamy. Not too wet, not too dry, just a creamy color, like a creamy texture. And then it goes on real nice. And we're ready to go. Just keep mixing until it's all complete. Okay, now that the easy part's done, I'm gonna get on to the hard part, and I'm gonna outline and put in the shadow of the graffiti. And I'm gonna use a very, very, very fine tip paintbrush. I got 3 fine tips, and they're all pretty much wrecked, but I need new ones. So I'm gonna zoom in and show you this fine tip, and if I can read it, the number on it is 5-0, whatever that means. I don't know. I just go out and I go to the most expensive art store around and pick up the most finest tip, and this is what it looks like, the tip, when you're searching through the 10,000 paintbrushes. This is what you want right there. That's as fine as I can get it. Usually the finer the better, because you're going to be making lines. So, and this costs about 10 bucks. It lasts about 2 months if you take care of it. Then it'll start to fray on the end. When it does that, wash it off, get all the paint out of it. And then when you're done using it for the day, wash it off and put wood glue. There's a little trick to save your paintbrush for another day before you have to go buy a new one. Before you put everything away, put some wood glue on your finger, smear this around in the wood glue like that, make it all the bristles come together in a little point, and let it dry. Then the next day when you go to use your paint, you'll have a nice brand new, well, not brand new, but nice paintbrush to use. But as soon as you wet it, all the wood glue comes off and you gotta start all over again. But it usually lasts. Alright. Okay, I'm using, to outline, I'm gonna use black dollar store acrylic mixed with alcohol. Nice creamy texture. Okay, I gotta show you. Alright. After you put the white on, after you put the black trim around, you'll find that you'll have chunky spots that bleed into the normal graffiti. So all you do is take the original color, I'm using the cinnamon brown again, and then outlining my original graffiti and getting rid of all the chunky spots that I just put in with the black trim outline. And you might have to do that 2 or 3 times. You should let each step dry before you do it, so you can avoid doing this. And then you can fill in all the gaps that dried wrong. Then sometimes you'll go into the black, so you got to go to your black, go over top of that again. But it's easy enough to fix. It's just a pain in the butt, but it happens.